What's up? Welcome to the broadcast. We got another simulation for you. Oklahoma City Thunder and the Houston Rockets. We live, baby. Talking about what's going down, man. Who's your favorite team? Leave it in the comment section. This is an NBA live gameplay. This is not the
It's
actual
NBA
game. I
action
will
on
not
EA
open my
Sports.
channel just to show
I'm
you
Ed
that.
Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Chesapeake Energy Arena in downtown OKC. Tonight, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Houston Rockets. Won by the Thunder. Carmelo Anthony traded, but Sam Presti turns that into Dennis Schroeder, now on a team built to win.
And I love this acquisition by the Thunder. When you think about Schroeder, he is actually almost the opposite of what Russell Westbrook is. He averaged 19 points, 6.5 assists last year for the Hawks, but he is not a ball-dominant guard. He will have the ball in his hands, but he's more apt to make plays quickly with the ball than Russell, who likes to hold on to the ball towards the end of the shot clock.
Rockets have the ball. Harden to Paul. Harden. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Chance for Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. Good start. He's made his first shot.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Schroeder. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay, but you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Paul to Capella. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
To Schroeder. Shot clock, it's coming down.
This is
to
NBA
4.
live gameplay, man. So y'all need to read the title.
Shot by Ferguson off the
NBA
mark.
live
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But this defense keeps maintaining that style. Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. And the rebound taken in by the Rockets. Now Paul with the basketball. Just under a minute to go in a low-scoring first quarter of play. And it's George with the block shot.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Tucker. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. Paul George. Harden with the basketball. They can get a 2-for-1 if they play this right. Gets it to go, and the foul.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
James Harden trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Unable to connect on the free throw. Thunder with the basketball.
I'm probably about to go watch this little movie, man. I ain't to the movies in a while, bro.
Knocked loose. Won't go
I'm
down.
gonna go get one. I've been procrastinating. I'm going to the little store. I'm gonna go get me a little burner phone too, man. Everybody feel like I'm tripping. They look on this phone.
Man, okay. Alright, Mr.
Nah, niggas telling me like they straight on my top shit.
No free throws.
I'm gonna get a little $20 Mustang.
With the Rockets in front.
Straight up, huh?
What you showing niggas the phone? This my phone.
Man, I got around niggas and it's like, oh man, you know this and everything, this and that, and always sprint service, this and that. I'm like, man, this shit.
That's the only thing you fucking with is sprint, but it's like I say, it ain't that serious, bro.
That's what I thought too, bro.
Man, my partner got an iPhone. He got 3 iPhones.
Yeah.
And I ain't now one of these, man. I ain't gonna say that.
Good start to this one. After 1 quarter of play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
Yes, I do, but the first thing you have to expect is that this game is very similar to a relationship. There are a lot of ups and downs, but you have to be committed to the process. Both teams are committed, they'll find their flow.
48 wins a year ago for the Thunder. Jay, it took them a while to get to that point, but in so many ways, the Thunder had a great opportunity in the playoffs.
They did. It just seemed like something with their chemistry was a tad off with Carmelo Anthony. I think him not being there, him not being in Houston, them getting Andre Robertson back. He's a big-time lockdown defender on the perimeter. You surround him with youth and Hamidou Diallo, Terrence Ferguson, Alex Abrinas. This team has a chance to compete for a Western Conference Finals.
Paul George at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throws good to cement the three-point play. The lead is back down to 1. It's James Harden once again. To Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul. 2-point shot for James Harden. James Harden. He's 2 for 2 now. Can only imagine how frustrating that is to stop.
It's beyond an arduous task for the defender. I'm getting frustrated even talking about it. Let me tell you 2 reasons why. Number 1, he's been top 5 in the league since the 2012-13 season. Taking free throws at 10 per game. That's pretty impressive. Will make any defender hesitant. And number 2, whenever the league implements a rule about you called the hard that's going to make any defender have a difficult time.
So one thing, right?
To Schroeder.
My nigga, that's that experience.
They get it to George.
Run into a chick that like the same kind of little things that I like. Or something, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I want to go because they're going to fuck around and
his team up by 1.
I ain't going to say take the movie down, but you know what I'm saying? It's a limited time kind of
deep
deal.
right corner.
I'm going to check it out while they have it, man. I've been waiting on this for like 2 years. They finally dropped it, man.
No good. Well, looked like he may have gotten there.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Rockets in control of the basketball. Harden to Paul. To Harden. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Harden, not that time. He missed it. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. The score 10-8. Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen to P.J. Tucker. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Here comes the screen. Tucker to Harden. Fires the 3. He was all over him. Paul George, 3 for 6 now.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Bro, I wouldn't lose it, bro.
Straight on 3. At the buzzer. That'll do it for the first half. Thunder with the lead.
Let's get right into the action here. The Thunder have built a comfortable lead. And these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. Have a look at the leading scores for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Rockets did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely.
I hear that shit.
These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets.
Game prep. Field goals.
Here's a team that might just be one or two adjustments away from what's needed to turn things around. They still have time to make up for a lackluster first half.
Player of the half.
Paul George has been incredible around the basket, doing everything necessary to dominate on the boards.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he missed the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half.
He missed the title of this segment.
Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. It's in the hands of James Harden. There will be no shortage of shots for Carmelo Anthony and Mike D'Antoni's offense, Jay. Why is it a good fit for Melo in Houston?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, if there's one guy you need to trust, his name is Daryl Morey. And the Houston Rockets organization is a stat-driven culture. So he understands at this juncture where Carmelo Anthony is in his relationship to his career. Playing with 2 pass-first type PGs and James Harden and CP3, who averaged a combined 12.5, 13 assists last year, will open up the floor extensively.
My goodness, did you see that, Jay?
That's nasty. Don't, just disrespectful.
Was it just disrespect?
Knocked loose. And that's going to be out of bounds off of George. Harden.
Bro, you just jacking, bro.
Can't find his range from deep. It's no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Houston with the basketball. Harden to Capella. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Harden. And a putback slam.
Bro, I tell you.
Ooh, that's nasty right there.
Paul George. The drive right to the basket. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Schroeder to George. Shot from the lane won't go. Harden in possession. It's 14-12. Paul. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. To Harden. James Harden not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
And don't you dare think about the fourth quarter yet. The only quarter that matters is the one you're playing in right now. Finish strong.
Ferguson to Paul George. Schroeder to George. 5 seconds to shoot. George. Textbook defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
3 quarters down. The fourth quarter coming up. This game is all tied up. Thunder have it to start the fourth quarter, and this game's been everything we could have hoped for. All tied up after 3.
This is what happens when you have winners on both sides. People who are not willing to give up and will continue to scrape and claw to get themselves in a position to win this ball game.
Paul across the timeline. The score, 14-all to Harden. And scores. Great body control on the step through.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
Gets it in the left corner. Nothing going here on that drive. That's no good.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Harden in possession. Lead is 2. And it's George there for the rebound. Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Houston takes over. Probing the defense to P.J. Tucker. Nothing going here on that drive to Paul. Going to launch beyond the arc. Yeah, Chris Paul, veteran move. Well defended, still buries the 3. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Slams it down, and there was no stopping him that time.
No excuse to not be a little bit more physical there on the defensive end. Needed that stop.
Capella to Harden. The shot blocked by Grant.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Free throws coming up.
No, no, no. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
James Harden at the line. Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Oklahoma City's got it. Schroeder to Paul George. For 3, and Paul George good on the quick release there.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Harden shoots. He buries it off the step back.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
Schroeder. George. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Now we get a whistle. They'll wrap him up with the intentional foul and a little over 20 seconds left to play.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
First one goes down.
Make sure you just when you're new to the channel.
Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Schroeder with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. Picked up by the Thunder. Here's Schroeder with it. He'll run the offense. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Paul George. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
And they'll get the intentional foul. So 2 free throws coming up, and you figure 1 out of 2 could be enough to seal the deal.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
Way to hit. Way to hit.
Goes 2 for 2. The Thunder will use a timeout. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game.
Boy, done got clipped. They done clipped him. No more live videos. See them boys out here streaming the real game. And they got him.
Rockets versus Thunder live match on YouTube and search on web, emoji basketball, emoji mobile phone Woodborough.
Yeah, I mean, you know, because this is what I do on game night.
Here's the whistle. Intentional
I do this on game night, bro.
Now look over to the
Every
sideline and see what
other
the staff
day,
is trying to draw up on the next play.
I might
That's
put
good
on
clock
the
management
Pelicans
thus far.
versus the Pacers. I might, you know, it's different games that I film to see the outcome. So far, both games have been kind of accurate.
And he makes them both.
That's why I put in my title, NBA Live 19 gameplay.
It's the Rockets who are victorious.
You feel me?
As they
I
win
do
this
not
one
deceive
by 4.
anyone.
That'll
I
wrap
put it
things up.
in the
For
title,
Jay
NBA
Williams,
Live gameplay. And I say in the
this has
beginning
been
of the video, this is a simulation.
NBA on
You
EA
understand?
Sports.
So I don't deceive anyone. But I do know how to play the game. You feel me? Let's be 100. I do know how to play the game. And I'm not talking about the NBA Live 19 game. I mean, it's just common sense. You know what I'm saying? Some people might want to see a fantasy outcome. So there you go. That fantasy outcome may help you with a bet or with a bet that you made. You know what I'm saying?
The Rockets finished with a narrow victory.
With
on
me
the
streaming this
scoreboard. They
game,
were
you
very
might want this
opportunistic
game.
on
It's a lot of
defense, and it
outcomes to
earned
what
them
I'm
a
doing.
bunch of steals.
You
Those
may
first
never seen this
turnovers
game before.
made all of the difference.
You might have been seeing it for the first time. You might like it, you might not.
The Thunder
But
finished
you
on
get
the
to
losing end of a
experience it.
close score.
So,
when the team
you
goes
know,
back and review the film, coach will
there's
probably
your
find
pros and
areas of
cons,
improvement. But one thing he can't say is they should have
If
shot
I
better.
did
They did a great
clickbait
job
would
of
not
scoring
have in the
this game.
title NBA Live 19
What you see here is how
gameplay.
the majority of the points were scored
Clickbait
for the
has
Oklahoma City Thunder.
OKC Thunder versus the Rockets. That's it.
Game track.
And if you can't tell this is a video game, I think you need to turn your
This was a
bifocals up.
matchup in which solid
Turn your
shooting
bifocal
was
game up.
prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving and enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
James Harden gets the award for the most obvious reason. And
This
that's his
is my
scoring
channel.
output.
I
He couldn't
do
be stopped.
sports
And it was
things.
incredible to watch.
What's going on, people? This is NBA Live 19 gameplay. The Rockets beat the Thunder. This is NBA Live gameplay.
What
This
can
is
you
not
say
the
about
real
a guy
game.
like this?
It says it in
Except
the
that he
title.
fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game.
Boy, got a haircut.
We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.
Yeah, man. Like I say, man, appreciate y'all coming through. If you want NBA Live gameplay, just come to my channel. If you want NBA 2K19 gameplay, you can also come to my channel. If you want any other simulations on game night that I feel like I want to see, and if you want to see anything, you can put it in the comment section, and I will do a fantasy basketball game or whatever simulation, however you want to call it, for you or whoever, so you can kind of make your decision on what you try to make a decision on. If you want to buy the game, if you want to see the outcome of the game before the game is over, anything can come out of this. Both games are pretty accurate with the computer simulation, and that's why I do it. But like I say, I appreciate y'all coming through, man. If you can be kind enough to hit the sub button for your boy, please do that. If not, I appreciate your time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm out.